have my desktop hooked up next week.
Finally got the chat figured out on Streamlabs. Thank God.
Are
All
you
right.
streaming right now?
I am streaming right now.
All right. I'm going to go through the recap. We're starting a little bit later. I think we're going to shoot for 11 p.m. to kind of start wrapping. So keep me honest on time if I'm not paying attention. All right. Here we go. So it's been 2 or 3 weeks now since we played, but 2 weeks? Okay, yep. Cool. All right. So this is a recap of last session. It didn't feel like we did a lot, but I ended up writing a pretty lengthy recap anyhow. So bear with me on this one. All right. On their 4th day now in Barovia, the group awoke in the relative comfort of the Blood on the Vine Tavern, one by one, to the sound of a sudden, incessant ringing in the hallway. Thoradin ran out first, startled and not having time to fully dress. He did make a point of grabbing Talon and leapt into the hallway. He noted that both Alaric and Deckard's doors were open. At this time, Alaric also awoke and ran, naked, into the hall as well, swinging around and stumbling upon a man attempting to scramble away, who was wearing brightly colored but mismatched clothes. Thoradin, acting first, attempted to wrestle the man down, who was able to skirt away, making a break for the staircase. Alaric managed to bear hug him before he got away, the man pleading to them that he was simply the cleaning crew doing his job. Spargel awoke next, realizing that the ringing noise was in fact his alarm spell, which he promptly ended. The group attempted to tie the man up with a rope, at which point he started to wriggle around even more frantically and slipped away from Alaric, desperately trying to get down the stairs. Seeing himself blocked that way, he doubled back into Deckard's room. They now noticed that the window in Deckard's room was wide open and a rope was tied and hanging down from there to the ground below. The man started climbing down the rope, and Blackwind attempted to knock him to the ground, casting a well-placed but weak Eldritch Blast that didn't do the job. Fear not, Thoradin, still in his skivvies, jumped across the room, out the window, and tackled the man off the rope, both of them thudding onto the ground below. Thoradin, landing on top of the man, knocked the wind out of him. Alaric dashed back through the inn and down the steps to the ground floor to assist. Spargel, noting that Deckard wasn't awake yet, went over to the bed to wake him, finding that instead of Deckard, there was a shoddily fabricated prop of him laying there, pillows aligned to look like a sleeping body, complete with a cowboy hat on top. While Thoradin and the man wrestled around on the ground, the man placed 2 fingers on Thoradin's forehead and chanted something strange. However, Thoradin's strong will and fortitude allowed him to resist whatever trickery was being attempted. Blackwind then used his ghostly hand to choke and intimidate the guy from up from the window, asking him who he was and what he was doing. At which point the man finally admitted he comes here occasionally to rob the customers and take what he can for personal profit, and that his name was Korga. Thoradin peed on him. It was his first big morning piss, dwarf piss, after drinking heavily the night before with the owners of the inn. It was quite a long piss. Out of nowhere, from the woods beyond the village, Deckard suddenly appeared. Extremely disheveled, his clothes ripped up, muddy and slightly bruised. He was completely confused by the crazy scene. Distressed and exhausted, he entered the inn through the front door, a bit despondent. Meanwhile, Blackwind and Thoradin couldn't decide whether to befriend the thief or kill him. Blackwind decided to hit the guy with another blast, which nearly killed him. Thoradin gave him one last chance to plead for his life, but now, on his deathbed, he gave up that you may have defeated me, but I have already helped my master in ways you don't know, and then attempted to stab Thoradin, but missed completely, the urine still stinging and affecting his vision. Their friend Ismark then arrived as planned. Seeing Deckard, he seemed to be taken aback by his appearance, but then went around to see the rest of the group struggling with the thief. Deckard desperately seemed to just want to crash, rest, and recoup, not really engaging with anyone. Alaric was suspicious in watching him more closely and realized that he was not telling them everything. Ismark warned the group that the man they were fighting was a Vistani, and didn't seem very comfortable about the party messing with him. So he returned to the tavern. Blackwind and Thoradin continued to negotiate with Korga, who then turned his dagger on himself, prepared to end his own life. But Blackwind convinced him to pause long enough for Thoradin to heal him back up with lay of hands. The man stood up and immediately started sprinting full speed towards the woods, desperate to escape. Smoothly, Blackwind started whispering in a strange tongue as the man, running full bore, suddenly collapsed into a brief seizure and swiftly died. Thoradin severed the thief's arm, forearm intact, and then pooped on the Vistani. They found several Electrum coins and other minor valuables, plus a small chain with a blue pendant. Ismark again warned Alaric, Spargle, and Deckard about messing with the Vistani, and also asked if the group intended to help him with his sister. Deckard didn't seem to hear any of it, heading for the stairs and directly to his room. Thoradin came back around the front door and dropped the Vistani arm on the floor and presented the necklace to Ismark. The women owners were unhappy about the severed arm, so Thoradin threw it away. The gypsy ladies then reminded Thoradin that they wanted to chat with him, so he went up to get dressed. Alaric told Thoradin that the necklace was his, and the dwarf returned it promptly without question. After getting dressed, most of the group then went back down to talk to the gypsies and have some breakfast with them. Mirabelle, the blonde, let that pop it up, offered a free breakfast, which Eric brought out. Sorvia, the far right and quieter of the three, explained to the group that a member of the Vistani named Madame Ava keeps a camp near Serre Falls, which is less than a day travel from here. Madame Ava is renowned for the accuracy of her fortune-telling, and that her reading of the Taroka cards is unparalleled in this realm. They mentioned a river south of here which leads to the waterfall. Alenka just giggled as this was being described. She's typically been a bit ditzy. Mirabelle reinforced that Madame Ava really is outstanding. Sorvia is willing to provide directions. Ismark seemed to observe the entire conversation with a mix of curiosity and doubt. Spargle seemed suspicious as well, studying the conversation closely for any trickery. Eric, the bartender, continued to serve a rather decent breakfast, for this place at least, and Ismark seemed increasingly anxious about getting to his sister. So it's now about mid-morning. This is, again, the fourth day you've been in Barovia. It's about, like 11 o'clock, sort of normal time. Deckard is upstairs sleeping and has been for about an hour or two. And the rest of the group is down there having breakfast.
Do we know why Deckard is sleeping? Did he just go up there, or did something happen to him?
Well, he came back looking like he did in the middle of that fray you guys had with the thieves, and really didn't say anything to anybody. A little bit to Alaric. I don't know, Deckard, what did you tell Alaric?
Gosh, I can't remember. Just that I had a crazy night. I was tired, didn't sleep, need to go get some sleep.
Yeah, and kind of really didn't talk to anybody, just shot right upstairs.
Okay. I was just asking because it sounds like, you never know. Like, did he have a spell put on him and he's fucking growing mushrooms out of his forehead upstairs? Yeah.
Huh. I am not getting volume here on my own.
So we should probably see what Kidsmart wants to do.
What? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, he wants us to go help him with his sister.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it's either Madame Ava or the sister right now.
When you say he's one of the Dasani, what does that mean? That's like a mage, like it's the
The gypsies.
Okay.
Correct.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I trust anybody.
Oh yeah, I don't trust
I
anybody.
I was actually wondering, like, if we frisked Ismark, he would not like that probably very much. He didn't like when I showed him.
What's he gonna do?
I don't know. I just I'm like, listen, Are we really gonna just let this guy lead us somewhere?
Into temptation, yeah.
I don't know. I kind of trust him. I don't know if I trust him more, but I'm kind of interested to see what's this thing with the sister who may have been bitten and all that kind of stuff than some crazy gypsy fortune. I don't know. But I go with either.
I agree with that. I don't really care about the fortune.
I mean, it's intriguing.
The fortune or the sister?
The fortune. I mean, she's pretty spot on apparently.
I mean, how much are we talking? Is that our priority? What are we gonna do? Buy another?
Yeah, no. Let's. I'd rather go help his sister.
Also, we probably want to have Bismarck on our side. The longer we put him off, the more he's gonna. I like how we're just having a conversation like he can't hear. Like, Ismark, can you go step outside?
That's true.
Adam, you're muted. You've been muted.
Awesome. Thank you. So the way I see it though is it? I think some of that's fine. Some of that like random banter, right? Because if we're all mingling, in an inn, how could right? If we're all hanging out at a party, we could all have private conversations whenever we want.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with it. I don't think it's shitty.
Yeah, and he's not like sitting there like in between you guys.
Right. Wait. What's everything you're saying?
Yeah. You guys can kind of
I kind of want to flash my teeth at him again, but I'm not going to do that.
That didn't go well last time, right?
Yeah, that didn't work out.
No, and I just put a hole in that dwarf. Or what was that guy? The little pickpocket?
He wasn't a dwarf.
That wasn't a dwarf.
Mm-mm.
I pictured him as a dwarf. This looks like a little short guy. Is he blonde at least?
He was a human, but no, he had like kind of like dreadlocks, kind of nappy hair.
Ismark's sister is in town though, right?
Yeah,
that's
like right around the corner.
So why don't we check that out?
Let's just go check it out
before we go to whatever Sierra Falls and another town and stuff. Might as well figure out what's in town.
Oh, good call.
Okay. Deckard, what are you doing?
I am sleeping.
Who wants to go wake him up?
I'll go jump right on his fucking bed.
Is that what you're doing?
Yep. Oh, they gotta get the cowboy up.
Hey, real quick. So my spell attack is +6. If my modifier is +4, what does that mean? For spells.
Let me see. The modifier.
Because the spell attack's to hit, right? No, because then also I have +6 to hit on chill.
The modifier is like I think the modifier is like the bonus damage.
So it's for the damage roll, not the hit roll.
Right.
The +6 is
the
to
modifier
hit.
matters until
Your
you hit.
spell attack is what you're using to hit with a
The
spell.
same way that Deckard has +6 on his crossbow.
And then if it hits, you add that modifier.
Okay. To the damage. The +4 is to the damage.
Bonus.
Okay.
No, I don't think the modifier is a plus to your damage. I mean, your spells usually, is it? Because most of your spells indicate if there's a plus. It's just 1d10 or 1d6 or I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
It should read like the dice verbiage, like it would say like 1d12 plus something.
Right.
It doesn't say plus on any
and then
of my
you have
spells.
the plus something would be to your hit.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure what the modifier exactly is for, but you use that spell
it's just for
more.
some spells because Eldritch Blast is the only one that has a +4.
See,
everything else is it's just like 46 or 2d12.
Spells are different because you have some spells that like always hit, and then you have some that you roll to hit. So
yeah.
It's not an exact science.
Let's go back to it. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure so I'm not like, what do I roll again?
No problem.
All right.
The nice thing is D&D Beyond will add the modifier to spells that get a modifier, and then ones that don't, it won't. So you just read what it says.
I can see it.
Guides you through it.
Like Crocus, like my Witch Bolt and Firebolt on my Warlock just have a hit modifier, right? They don't get any bonus damage. So I think that's how.
Okay. So Thornton, you are you going to go up to wake up Deckard?
Of course I am.
All right.
Just
So, yeah. What do you describe how you're going to wake him up?
I'm gonna bust right into the room and say, "Hey, cowboy, time to get up!" And I'm gonna jump right on the bed and wake him up.
What in the Sam hell? And I start kicking my feet out and like I kick him.
Rise and shine, cowboy.
What?
He just kicked you.
I don't feel that. That's dude, like 800 pounds.
Is that Adam the Bull?
Hi, I'm not a bull, lad. It's your favorite dwarf friend.
I like sit up in bed, rub my eyes. I'm like, all right, what's going on?
Is there food? Do I have food on me?
No, you left it downstairs. I'm eating all your sausage.
All right, okay. Wakey, wakey, time to go eat. We have an adventure.
What? I go. You got all right. Where's the food?
So I pick up Deckard and put him on my back like in a fireman's carry.
Hilarious.
And you go tearing down the steps. Deckard, are you getting dressed or anything, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I like
just riding bareback.
My clothes, man. I gotta get my touching me, man. I gotta get clothes on. All right, and I grab my torn up trench coat, throw it on, and grab my nice clean hat, put it on my head.
All right.
I seem to be very happy when I put it on. I don't know where my hat is. Somewhere down here. And I follow you out.
All right.
I grab all my weapons.
As I go down the stairs, I'm like,
just to give you guys a visual, you have to understand that I'm like Neo at the end of the Matrix. I've got.
You have a shaved head?
When I gather my weapons, I'm literally like, I have a hand crossbow, I have a freaking heavy crossbow, I have a longbow, I have daggers, I have a whip, I have a short sword. Like, I'm like a freaking walking arsenal. I don't know if I've ever described that, but I literally have all of those weapons.
That's got to weigh you down.
It's a little bit.
It's a little heavy. How do you move so fast?
Dan, this guy on the map, is this the whatever the barkeep guy, or is that Ismark?
That's the barkeep that you're clicking on right there. Yeah.
So Ismark's not even in here.
I come downstairs with Thornton, looking a little worse for wear.
As they come down the stairs, I'm like, "Hey, we're going to finger bang Grimdark's sister." No, I'm kidding.
Did you say
we're
that?
We're going to finger bang Grimdark's sister. There's so many things wrong with all of that you just said.
We are going to do that though. Or somebody's gonna.
You guys see the name labels on some of the tokens now?
Yes.
If I do that,
that's great. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start doing that once you guys learn somebody's name, just to make it.
I like that. Okay.
Clearer. Is that better?
That severely satisfies my obsessive compulsive disorder. Like it's like you just turned closed captioning on for me.
Which I can't live without, by the way, anymore.
I'm the same.
I love it.
All right, so Deckard and Thornton, after about 10 minutes of being upstairs, you guys hear a little bit of commotion. They come back down. Deckard is now sort of dressed and has his suite of weapons surrounding him. What would you like to do?
So Ismark's not in here though, right?
No, he's right there.
Right here.
Oh, do you not see him?
Oh, I thought that was one of the chicks. Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he just has luscious locks.
I guess we could signal him a little bit, like, "Hey, Ismark."
And he's like, he goes, "What's up, guys?" And he looks over at Deckard and he goes, "You look a little better. Get you some rest."
Yeah, I feel a little better.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you look pretty rough coming in here, everything's all right. Yeah, guys, you are we cool to head over to my house, or what else do we need to do here?
The cowboy needs a meal.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Couple
he's got it.
Yeah, I sit down and like seeing the food. Like, is there like a feast out? Like, is there just like
a feast by Barovian standards, right? So you guys have been eating like roots and whatever. They've got breads and stuff like. I mean, I'm not talking. This isn't like a yours truly, you know, buffet or anything.
It ain't a farm fresh breakfast.
It ain't a farm fresh. No, it's not on the Bob Evans menu. But you got stuff, you know.
You guys notice I just like I start plowing food.
Oh shit!
More than you've seen me eat, and I'm devouring.
I walk over to you and I just start like inspecting you a little bit. I'm really curious as to what's going on with you. Like,
can you roll inspection or something?
I'm like just kind of
make an insight check.
Being annoying.
Wait, let me see.
Insight.
You know what? Just do a perception. Yeah, perception.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching Sparkle do this, and I'm kind of
particularly around his neck. I'm looking.
I'm watching him eat, and I'm very impressed.
That's hilarious.
So you you're kind of looking. Are you being obvious about the fact that you're looking? Or
I'm not really like trying.
You're not trying to be sneaky about it. You're just kind of like getting up in there and looking at him. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm chowing food, and I'm like cheating. I just kind of like look over at Sparkle, like.
Yeah, and you notice that he is like right up in your grill, kind of like looking around your neck and stuff like that.
What the fuck, man?
You
don't know what happened to you last night, man.
I don't know. I blacked out, man. I was like sleepwalking or some shit. I just woke up in the damn woods. I don't even know.
And you can see maybe half of his neck. He's got one of those like sort of trench coats like pulled up a little bit. But of what you've seen of the exposed skin, you don't see anything suspicious.
Okay. Can I also? I can see Sparkle doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Can I also roll perception? Just because I'm like now intrigued, like what made Sparkle interested in?
Sure.
I was already curious.
You weren't nibbled, were you, last night?
I don't think so.
Oh, god damn it.
So yeah, Crocus, you walk over and you start really inspecting Deckard's neck, and you're kind of looking around, and then after about 10 seconds, you realize you're looking at the chair. So you don't notice anything.
And then I'm like, oh, lad, I had too much last night.
After crushing like more food than you've ever seen me eat, right. More than you've really seen any human eat in your life. I look up at Ismark and I go, oh, "Are we helping this guy or what?"
And he kind of his eyes brighten up a little bit for the first time, and he goes, "Oh yeah, great guys. I don't mean to impose, but we're kind of running out of time here a little bit. I really want to get my sister out of here before anything else happens to her."
Is Alaric interested at all?
Yeah, what's the big guy doing?
Because that's our last chance to roll perception to find out what's going on before we actually go.
Were you talking about me, or did you say Warlock?
Alaric.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Am I laying in a bed? I'm not sure.
No, you're home. You're on the floor with us.
Oh, okay.
You're right next to Deckard.
Yeah, you were down getting breakfast. I'll move you.
Roll perception, would you? You're interested.
Sure.
You just saw me and Sparkle look Deckard up and down, trying to figure out why he's acting a little.
What do you want to do, Adam? Are you also gonna go over and like kind of like look right at Deckard and like get up in his face and check him out, or what do you know?
You just saw him eat.
I'm just sitting and watching. So what? Nothing this guy does surprises me.
Yeah, but he's eating more food than ever before.
No, I'm not interested.
That's so funny. Okay, let's go to Bismarck's house. Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we say we're ready. Let's tell them.
All right. So Ismark's like, all right, let's head. I'll lead you guys there. If you want to explore or check anything out in town, I'm fine with that. But the sooner we can get to my sister, the better. And if this pulled up the village map again, you are, as a reminder, you're kind of the Blood on the Vine Tavern, sort of right central to town. The red markers, you guys walking right out of the front of it. This is a little bit of a sort of town square. You do see, again, if you remember, this is just sort of a downtrodden village. All the houses are like beat up and old and gray and just scratched up and scarred and kind of shitty looking. You just to the south of you, you see what looks like maybe a general store. It's equal. The building is equally as big as the tavern you just walked out of. The doors are closed, and you don't see anyone really moving in or out of there.
Are the doors closed because it's like boarded up and abandoned, or is it like just they're not open right now?
They're just closed. They don't look boarded up or anything like that. You're not sure if maybe you could.
Right. I was going to say we should ransack it, but if it's somebody's actual livelihood.
You also hear again that you've heard off and on as you've been through this village. This sad sobbing. It sounds. What's everybody's passive perception? I need to write this down and
14
keep it.
For me.
14 for me as well.
13. Wow.
Mine's
11.
12.
You guys are more perceptive than me.
Deckard's 12 and Spargle's 11?
Yep.
Okay. Alaric and Thoradin, you've all heard this sobbing, and you've all looked at each other a few times like, oh, that's weird. And you never could really pinpoint the direction or even kind of the source or kind of what it might be. It's clear to you two that it's south of where you're at, and it's a woman.
All right.
And then Ismark kind of like strides out in front of everybody, and he says, oh shit, I should probably know this. Hold on. Oh, yeah. He says, and he points to the south. He actually points towards the direction that Alaric and Thoradin are sort of pinpointing the sobbing. And he says, our house is at the far end of town here, far end of this street here.
So he's pointing in the direction of his house where the sound is coming from.
Yep.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's getting close to midday at this point. You do see people here and there. They're like the people that you've originally met, that Thoradin was talking to. Anyone that you see moving around really keeps to themselves. They all have drab clothing on, and they move as quickly as they can from whatever building they came out of to wherever they're going. Only a couple people here and there. If anybody glances over towards your party, they kind of try to, look away and keep their distance. It's overcast as it always is, and there is still a bit of a rolling kind of. You hear it's not raining right now, but there is a lot of like rolling thunder clouds and just sort of that moving over. Always the sort of threat of rain and that just that cool, damp but uncomfortable like weather.
I want to move there.
Sounds great.
Sounds like Ohio.
Sounds like Seattle.
It does sound like
I was going to say it's kind of like Seattle, but like in a really depressed way all the time.
That's okay.
So like Seattle.
As long as they have
like
good internet connection.
So we're just following him, right?
And he's 10 feet in front of everybody, pointing that direction and kind of waiting to see if you guys are following him.
Let's go.
I start
following him.
All
Do
right.
it.
So he moves down. Now you're standing in front of the larger building right here. And now it is pretty clear. There is a door, but the door looks like it's been sort of busted apart, and there's just big heavy curtains that are drawn across the front of this. And there's a sign over the doorway that reads Bildrath's Mercantile. But
What is-
Ismark keeps What?
Do we still hear the woman?
Yes. So
Is
the
it
woman's
intensified?
so the sobbing now is really close. You feel like it's about 100 feet down. You can't really pinpoint where it's coming from yet. If you feel like if you move another 40, 60 feet down the road, you will. But it's somewhere in this general vicinity.
I would
I'm
like to
assuming-
ask Tremcart if that's his sister.
You guys don't need anything, do you? Like from the mercantile, supplies, anything? You're not. I'm okay. I don't really need anything.
I'm good on supplies.
Okay. Like, ammo or any of that kind of stuff. I think we're all right.
And not to meta, but with the time crunch, I'm ready to get to to Ismark's sister.
Yeah.
Yep, agreed.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys walk right past that area, and now that you're about here, and Ismark is continuing to kind of move forward, he seems to be oblivious to the sobbing, but you now all are very aware that the sobbing is coming from the building just immediately to your left.
Should we check this out? I hear somebody sounds pretty upset.
Alaric's gonna charge in there.
Into the room, or into that building, you're just busting right in.
Without any regard.
Okay.
I'll follow.
So, and he's gonna have a sword drawn. Like, basically, he's just concerned that somebody is somebody needs help. That's all.
So
I'll follow him, but I don't know really why he's sword drawn and everything. I'm just like, something's going on, and I'll just follow Alaric.
And to be clear about the sound, so what you hear is a moaning sob that floats through the still gray streets, coloring your thoughts with sadness. The sounds flow from a dark 2-story townhouse. And again, the sobbing is more of a sad sob than I'm threatened, I'm being, assaulted kind of sob, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so you bust into the room or into the building.
Yep.
So you approach the door and you first just try to push it with just normal strength, and you realize it's boarded up.
Okay.
Do you want to try to bust it in?
Yes.
Okay, make a strength check.
I think Alaric's pretty good at those, right?
I would imagine.
So that's just my.
And I call out to him like, "Hey, do you want to let us? Do
Wait,
you want to
to
wait
that? Strength
for a second? Let us prepare."
Not my saving throw, just my modifier, right?
No, right. I'm sorry, your strength modifier.
Just my strength modifier, right?
Not a saving throw, right?
Gotcha.
Mhm.
9.
So Alaric, with all his muscle and everything, kind of walks up to the door and he starts to push it, and he feels some resistance, and then you see him lean back and he's pushes it again, but his arms slip and hit the threshold of the door rather than the door itself, and you just see the whole building sort of shake with his strength, but he didn't hit the door in order to pop it open. Anybody else want to help him, or you want to take another shot at it?
I'm standing back still, and does Ismark react at all when? Alaric starts.
So he looks over at you guys, and then he's looking up at the second story, and he just and he doesn't have enough time to react. If somebody wants to say something to him,
I'd like to ask him. I would like to say, who's up there?
Oh, yeah, that's this is Mary's house. I'm not really sure what's going on with her. We kind of give her distance. This all started about a week ago, but with all the attacks on the town and everybody else sort of being under some distress, we really haven't, had a chance to check in on her. There's a lot of weird shit happening around here. We just all kind of mind our own business.
I mean, was she alone the whole time, or did she have somebody that you haven't seen, like a husband or a son? That's no longer.
Mary isn't married, but she has a daughter that she protects, that she keeps safe here, and they've always been good people. Haven't really caused any trouble.
All right, sounds like we're gonna have to avenge somebody's daughter. I don't think I'm strong enough to help with the door, so
I'm still I was following him. I'm a few steps behind him. I'm just a little dumbfounded by why he just started pounding at the door, though. I was just thought something.
Now you also hear the sobbing, so I mean.
Yeah, I know, but the slamming the door. I'll ask you. I'll be like, Alaric, what do you think? Should we knock?
I think you just did.
Alaric's going to say that. I think I just did.
And you noticed, even though you slammed the building and it shook a little bit, that sobbing really hasn't skipped a beat. It didn't pause out of being startled. That strikes you, Thornton and Alaric. That both strikes you as odd.
Yeah. So at that point, I say, "Let me show you how it's done, laddie," and I charge at the door.
All right, strength check.
There you go.
Rolls are coming in tonight.
There you go.
So you Thornton comes running right by, and he's saying that, almost looking up at Alaric as he goes by, and he throws his shoulder into it and just kind of rolls right around, and your back hits it, and you just kind of fumble a little bit, and you look surprised that this door is still standing.
As soon as that happens, Alaric's gonna let out just a huge chuckle, just a belly laugh, and then he's gonna hold his sword out to Thornton, he wants him to hold it, and then Alaric's gonna try again.
So there is a doorknob, but when Alaric came, when Alaric came up and pushed it the first time, the door wasn't opening. So it was, even with the doorknob turned, it wasn't.
Okay.
Can I blast it with a spell?
You can, but Alaric, make another strength check.
Man.
The DC's 10, man. That's easy. All right, fuck it. So eventually you guys slam yourselves into the door 20 more times and it busts open.
We do it together. Next time we do it together.
Alaric and Thornton in this display of just
got
comic
splinters
ridiculousness
everywhere.
just keep slamming in, and then eventually this door falls over, and the rest of you look, and the door didn't seem to be that well barricaded or that strong. And you're like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
While this is happening and I'm standing next to Ismark, I just look at him and I'm like, I don't know, man. I met him at a bar.
Pick these guys up at a bar. So you enter what looks like a really drab, very underfurnished, but what they do have in this house, it looks like somebody was trying to make a nice home out of the little garbage that they did have. Things are sort of well arranged and set out, and it's
they try to make a nice home out of the garbage.
Nice home out of the garbage they have.
And you see a staircase straight up the middle to the second floor, and you hear the sobbing now very clearly from the top of the staircase.
And I'm like, Crisco, does this lady have any powers?
Crisco. Oh my god.
He says, it's Ismark. And he says no. He says, Mary's been doing the best she can to raise her daughter.
Oh, I bet.
I don't know why she's so sad, but it's really it's not uncommon for folks around here to be depressed as she is.
It is kind of messed up, and I'm not even saying this to anyone. It's messed up that like no one's checked on her in a week. Like no one's got anything to do in this town, and they're like, "Oh man, she's been fucking crying for a week."
Yeah. You've gotten the sense that everybody that you've met outside of Ismark and the women that own the bar, like everybody keeps to themselves as much as fucking possible. They don't want to deal with anybody else, for what it's worth. But Alaric and Thoradin are kind of in the doorway. The rest of you are just right behind her, or behind them, and you guys hear that sobbing upstairs.
Sounds like Alaric's
make my way up there
first. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna charge up there first.
All right, so Alaric, you make it to the top of the stairs, and what you see is like on the second floor is it's almost kind of empty. There's a little bit of furnishings. This was probably a bedroom of some sort. And in the middle of the center of the floor, kneeling down with her head down, her back to you, and her hands folded in front of her, you see a woman wearing like a hooded sort of robe or cloak, and she's just sobbing like over and just sobbing and sobbing. Doesn't even
notice.
Doesn't even acknowledge or hear that you're in the room.
Okay. I'm going to, at this point, after observing that, I'm going to kind of walk up to her slowly and try to comfort her, ask her if everything's okay, if there's anything I can do. If she'll even listen to that before she blasts me.
Make a persuasion check.
Make a persuasion check?
Uh-oh.
Oh my fucking god, dude. Are you
Good lord. You guys are getting Deckard rolls tonight.
Hey, I've got good persuasion. I'll tell her what's up.
It doesn't work that way.
So you see the woman look up.
Why am I trying to persuade her? Why is that a persuasion check? Not that it matters. I rolled a 3, so no matter what the check was bad. I'm just curious.
Mad
I mean, I guess maybe I don't understand why it's a persuasion check yet.
It seems like she's in a trance or something. Like she's like.
So even though you're not very sort of fluid about it, you're a little you fumble a little bit. You're big hulking. You kind of get in her face. Hey, are you okay, little lady?
Alaric's he's been shook up since he got to Barovia, so all this makes sense.
Okay, you're a little bit off sorts. She
Shut the fuck up,
doesn't react negatively. She doesn't respond, though. She doesn't respond to you, but she does look up now at the notion of somebody being comforting to her. But then she continues to just sort of cry. But she did make eye contact with you for a second.
So when she resumes crying, it's the same level of intensity and volume. Like, it's got to be fucking loud, right? You said we heard it from 100 some feet away?
Yeah, now you notice that the windows on this floor are open for what it's worth. In fact, one set of windows is wide open, just swung open, and no screens or anything in front of it. So that's why it's sort of broadcasting out of here. But she continues to sob, almost like it sounds like it's on a loop. It doesn't change in intensity, volume, just constant sobbing.
Can I just try to talk to her? Can I just say something to her?
Yeah, what do you want to say?
I just want to say, is everything okay?
All right. Make a charisma check.
Ooh.
Okay, little lady.
Hey, when you said shut the fuck up, was that a reference to...
Never.
No.
Shut the fuck up!
What game was that during?
Heroes of the Storm, wasn't it? Heroes of the Storm?
Yeah, it was Heroes of the Storm. Are you shitting my ass? I haven't rolled anything over a 9. Come on.
She does the same thing. She looks up at you, and then she looks down, and then you notice she doesn't talk to you. She doesn't feel comforted. She's a little bit freaked out that this biggest man she's ever seen is just continuing to talk to her for some reason. But you notice that she's what she's holding in her hand is a doll.
Oh, good.
So this is when Alaric leaves. Like, all right, so he's gonna actually say something in hopes that he doesn't just like upset her more. He's just gonna be like, "Let me get my friends," and then he's going to fast walk away.
Can I step up?
Step up to the plate.
Yeah, absolutely. No. So you guys noticed Alaric goes up there and he's talking to her a little bit, and
Psycho.
You heard the sobbing. You heard the sobbing stop once or twice.
Well, we followed him up the stairs, right?
I don't know.
No.
Did you?
You can.
I would.
No
I think we all would have. I mean, I think that should be a given.
Brother.
Okay.
There's no such thing as a would've or a given.
Everybody can do whatever they want whenever they want. So what did you do?
Okay, if he charged up the stairs, if we're all a party, I clearly would have followed behind him.
Okay.
And I think. Okay.
What would you?
I hope everyone else did. Like, if you're staying down in the lobby, like, what are you doing? You getting a little
I'm
circle jerk?
kind of hanging in the back.
Well, that's because you're fucked up, and we can't figure that out yet.
And Ismark did not follow upstairs either. He's actually kind of hanging out.
Yeah, because he's like, I just want someone to help my sister.
Right. He also just wants somebody to get his fucking name right once.
Right.
So Blackwind, what would you like to say to this woman?
Oh God.
And are you gonna like extract your fangs first or whatever? Or?
No. I just say, excuse me, is there any way that me and my friends can help you?
All right, wow. Make a charisma check.
All right, charisma.
You're a warlock, so I know this is good, and we can move this shit along.
It better be good.
Roll a natural 1. The whole building will fucking collapse.
Are you kidding me? Oh.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
So after Alaric kind of steps away, Blackwind just smoothly kind of rolls up and starts conversing with her. And when you say, "Can we help you?" her sobbing stops.
Ooh.
And she looks up at you, and for the first time you see her face sort of soften or just kind of come even into reality, like snapping out of a trance almost, when she stops sobbing and she looks at you, Blackwind, and she says, and then she's just kind of looking at the doll, and she kind of holds it over a couple times, and she says, you'd help me? Why would you help me?
Because we're heroes, and
you're scaring us, lady.
You're freaking us out, lady.
No, it's just what we do, and it seems like you're in need of some help right now.
My daughter, I've kept her safe her whole life. Even in this awful town, this awful village under the shadow of that awful castle, I've kept her safe all these years. And now she's gone. She left. She's a teenager now, Gertruda. I didn't make up that horrible fucking name, by the way. Gertruda. It's in the book. Gertruda. She's super hot too. Just by that name, I could tell she's.
I bet she's.
Yeah. We almost named Madeline Gertruda, but Madeline's a family name. And she even Blackwind, she's so comfortable with you. All of a sudden, she even hands you the doll, and she says, "This was her doll." And I can't believe, after all these years of keeping her safe from all of the awful misery, that she just up and left on her own. I don't know where she went, and I fear she's going to fall prey to the vicious, vile beasts around here.
Okay, can you give us a direction or a clue or something to get on her trail? Because I know when I tell my friends about this, they will want to help you.
I really don't know. She's been gone a week. She didn't know anybody. She didn't talk to anybody.
She just left the house.
She left in the middle of the night when all these attacks were happening. I don't know where she could be. You can keep that, and if you find her, tell her that her mother is terribly worried about her and just wants to know she's safe.
Okay, we're going to look for her, and when we find her, we will come back to you.
Okay, I'll be here. I'm never going to leave this house in case she ever comes back. But please do take her doll.
Okay. Do you have Netflix? No. let's leave.
She's like, yeah, the internet's really shitty in Barovia.
Is there a way? I wonder if we can cast like a fucking. Can anyone like cast a spell on this doll and figure out like a way to track her? I have a feeling she's in the castle. She's gonna like. No one just disappeared. Like, what did she just run off with the local fucking bread baker dickhead?
You can add Gertruda's doll to your inventory just so we don't forget.
Gertruda's doll. So this is like a little side quest.
At that, Mary kind of looks up at you guys and says, you guys can stay here if you need to, or if there's anything else I can help you with. I'm going to go back to crying.
Okay. You don't have to cry though. Like we're on the case now, and we've done some pretty impressive things before. If your daughter's out there, we will find her and we'll bring her back to you.
You now see like tears well in her eyes, but more tears of appreciation. And she gives a choked sort of sob of almost thanks.
Yeah.
But then that just rolls right into her, loop of sobbing that you heard before. Maybe it's a little quieter. And at that, she stops looking at you and kind of looks back down now at her empty hands and stays sort of knelt on the bedroom floor sobbing.
It's so weird. I feel torn between like giving her hope and like I don't know if it's better now or before, if she was mourning but now she has hope.
Who knows? We may run into somebody.
Oh, we're gonna find her. Gertruda. I'm gonna make it my mission. Gertruda.
Are we walking out then? Are we leaving?
Yeah, let's leave her to her mourning, you know?
Okay.
Not mourning like MOU.
As we're
enjoy
going
the rest of your morning.
Blackwind.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of your morning.
English language.
As we're going down the steps, I kind of like tug on your sleeve and like quietly, and I'm not being smart ass on this. I'm just like actually curious. I'm like, what have we done that's impressive in the past?
Hang on.
You said we did stuff that's pretty impressive. What?
Well, we did take care of that shapeshifter, and figured out. I mean, there was what was the name of that dwarf that we in the castle?
Oh, the Rock Seeker, Gundren Rock Seeker.
Yeah, we found Gundren. We rescued him. We made it through all those goblins. We made it through all those hobgoblins that had armor.
Okay.
You guys scared away that ogre. You've slaughtered literally 4,000 dogs.
Oh wow!
I think that's a little exaggerated.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, I know it's just like literally just like 40. But no, I mean, listen, we're formidable. We've done things.
Are we going to try to help this lady, or are we going to try to go to see Ismark?
Oh, we're going to go see Ismark's sister, but
we can do both. We're just filling our quest log.
Yeah, we can do both.
Okay.
So Ismark kind of walks, steps, sees you guys, and he goes, "Yeah, that was really nice of you guys. I don't think anybody else around here, even really paid attention to old Mary. That's real sad to hear about her daughter. We didn't see her daughter too much. She didn't get out very often. I want to
ask Ismark directly. I'm like, you don't know anything about this. She just disappeared. Like, what do you fucking know?
And he lowers his voice though, and he says, he goes, honestly, people go missing around here on a daily basis. I feel really bad for Mary. Her daughter seemed to be a good person, but I don't know. It's just what happens in Barovia.
This is fucked. This whole place is fucked.
He says, shall we? And he starts walking down the street away from the house.
You guys ready?
I'm following.
Let's rock and roll.
We all follow. I can't. I ran out of names for him. we all follow Ford Taurus down the street.
What was the one you used before?
Crisco. Crisco and Grimdark and Kidsmart.
It's gonna be my dog. Like, if I get another dog, I'm naming him Crisco.
Crisco.
Okay, so you guys continue to walk down the road to the south. You now see, as it's sort of as you're getting closer to the end of this street, this huge, much larger mansion, probably the nicest home that you've seen, at the end of the street. Do I have anything for that? Oh, bummer. No, I didn't. Okay. This is, but as you're getting closer to that bigger house, this kind of tiny house just next to it, you hear, like, as you're walking by, almost as if it was triggered by you walking by, a sudden, like, thudding, like a back and forth rhythmic thudding from inside of that house.
Sounds like fun.
This is inside the house.
This is inside. Let me draw the house for you, or draw around the house. It's around this little house here. This bigger house here is the one that Ismark's heading towards.
I look at Alaric and I'm like, Alaric. I'm like, you want to burst in there, buddy?
Lead the way, friend.
No, you've got all the strength.
I'm a little embarrassed by my performance so far today. So
I start running. No, I start running and I drop kick it.
All right. Give it a strength check.
Ismark's like, Jesus, fuck.
All right. So this is like the kick, the guy at the top of the pit in 300.
Nice.
Runs out and just boom, and the door this time just goes like splintering open,
They're just busting into houses all over Barovia.
Well, yeah. Don't do weird things in your houses while the party's coming through.
Just catch a new map.
Yep.
All right. So you bust open this door, and the thudding that you heard a set of suddenly becomes a snarled, like you hear from multiple directions in this building, like snarling, like, and then more thudding, and it seems to be coming from all around you.
Oh, good.
So, go ahead and place yourselves around Thoradin. Thoradin busted in first. Place yourselves around Thoradin, and also remind me what your vision is. Blackwind, you have dark vision, so you're good. Deckard, you don't. You have regular human vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who else has
dark
vision? Okay.
I do.
Okay, so everybody but Deckard?
Right.
And you don't have a current source of light going right now, right?
No.
No, it's daytime. So everybody, so just kind of role play this a little bit, Will, so I don't have to be too stupid about it. Okay. You guys see into this building, and it's a Barovian house, as you've seen, but this one is all shredded apart. And you kind of look down the center area, and you see a number of zombies. tearing the place apart, wandering around, walking.
We know they're zombies. Sorry to interrupt.
They're actually not zombies by the monster manual, but from what you see, they look. I mean, they're undead, rotting. Yeah, they got like yes. Okay. I'll show you. I mean, they are. It's as if they're a zombie. So I'll share this.
Did you draw this?
I didn't. I stole it.
Ugh. Oh.
So they all look like some form of that.
You don't look so good.
And at that, everybody roll initiative.
Give me 1 second. Mm-hmm. I give the doll to Deckard, and I'm like, "You want to use this as a torch?" No, I'm kidding. That's a joke.
Oh, rude.
That's
okay, rude. Just hack them all up.
Do we have to fight them, or do we want to just back out and just go to?
It's not a Call of Duty lobby. You can't just back out. I mean, it's
I rolled a 6.
You can though.
Dan.
Okay.
Really good rolls
Deckard,
tonight.
You don't have any initiative bonus?
I do. I just didn't include it in my roll. I rolled a 1 plus 5.
Okay, so let's start with Alaric, and then Blackwin, and then a zombie, and then another zombie. Who had less than going down from Thornton? Did you have an 18?
4.
Oh, a 4. That's a 4. Okay. Anybody have higher than a 12 that I haven't added yet?
Not me.
Okay. Wait, I'm sorry, I did that wrong. Spargle.
I was 7.
Yep, and then Deckard, Thornton.
Thornton, you rolled worse than me?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, 4.
Oh, wow.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. So, Alaric, you watched Thornton sort of just bust straight through this front door, and then you heard all that thumping and snarling and all that, and poke your head in, and you see kind of coming out into the middle of the room after the door busted open, these like 4 zombies sort of standing there.
Okay. So kind of in one motion, Alaric's gonna run up to the closest zombie. So get up right about here. Is this good here? Can I hit this here, or is that a wall? I'm not sure.
Say again.
If I'm here, can I hit him?
Yeah, you can hit him. The walls in this building are mostly like torn down and stuff. So okay. I might give him a slight bit of cover. But you can kind of swing.
I can move here. I was just trying to hit him from
if you move there, he won't have cover.
Okay. I'm going to move there then.
Okay.
And I'm while I'm running up, I'm going to use my bonus action. I'm going to pop my rage.
Okay. And that does what again? Just for everybody's sake.
Just a little bit of extra damage and makes me resistant to physical damage for 10 rounds.
Perfect. Great.
Just two melee damage on hits.
Okay.
So I am going to take a slash at him, and I am going to attack recklessly.
Oh, he's ready.
I love how we have the Hero Forge's background.
It's so awesome. That's the best idea you've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
It was easier than coming up with
So 21 and 19. 21.
Both are big hits.
Okay.
Hopefully this guy isn't like the guy on the road.
Oh, sorry. I screwed that up. Add 2 to that.
Okay.
I'm going to click off a rage there. So it should be 12.
Okay, so that's slashing damage.
Yes. And that's it for my turn.
Okay, so you did 12 points of slashing damage to this zombie. Right?
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't see you eating there. Okay, so... It's going to be hard. All right, so you run up and you slash at this zombie, and you hit it pretty. You hit it pretty good, and its body kind of rips around like this from the force of the blow, and its arm comes clean off and lands on the ground. A half second later, you look down and you realize the arm has flipped itself back up and is starting to crawl towards you.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. Cool. Thanks for the nightmares.
Can we just back out?
That's what I'm saying. Let's just go find Lil Mark's sister.
So Blackwind, it's your turn.
Okay, I actually do want to say, like, what are we doing in this house? What if we just left right now?
Anybody else want to reply?
Lori broke the door, so
Yeah, but who cares? Like, there's some zombies. Like, let them eat the walls or whatever the fuck they're doing. Like, what are they doing? They just standing there?
Not
Pretty
anymore.
Yeah.
Well, are the other ones aggroed or are they just still standing there?
Oh, they're all kind of like Walking Dead, kind of
God
like
damn it.
coming towards you guys now.
Dude, somebody's got to put a muzzle on that half orc. Come on, that's fun. That's fun. I do love it. I do love it.
rather racist, but
It is kind of. It's maybe a little bit, but as a half elf, I don't know. He's aggressive.
All right,
I do
man.
like.
Next time we bust in a room, there's a bunch of zombies. I'm gonna walk away. You have fun.
I don't believe that. We'll all walk away.
All right.
No, I actually love it.
believe
I
that.
love it. All right. Speak with animals isn't going to work with them, right? Even though
You can try.
They're not animals. They're zombies.
Crocus, you just do whatever you want. And
I
whatever,
would assume
whatever
you know
happens,
the nature
happens.
of the
You
spell
just do
somewhat,
something.
right?
Right. I mean, you know that. Yeah,
it's
right.
called speak with animals, but like they're not human.
Would you consider
They're-
a zombie an animal?
I would consider them a beast.
Well, see how it goes.
Yeah. So fuck it, right?
No, because I don't want to be made fun of forever. I'm just going to give you for like the next 6 years.
Like that's not gonna happen anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
there's
I'll
so
tell you
much
what.
stuff.
Let me cast guidance on Thornton since he's right next to me.
What's that do? What are you doing?
Oh, I'm gonna give you a D4 to the next ability check that you have.
Yeah.
I want to help somebody else because I don't know, like I don't want to just start throwing Eldritch Blast. I don't want to start just throwing shit out.
Okay.
I'd rather assist.
Blackwind reaches over and lightly brushes Thoradin's arm, and Thoradin, you feel this like tingling, and you feel more confident in the next time you try to do something skillful. You can now add a D4 next time you roll an ability check.
Okay.
Deckard does kind of. He's standing there. You hear him say, "Anybody help brother out? Help brother see? I'm having trouble seeing."
Come on down to Optimum.
I'm having trouble
Vision
seeing.
Plus Energy. Sorry.
Look at all the things I can see.
Why don't you take a look at all the things I can see?
I have a torch. Actually, I have a torch. Can I pass it to him? I have a torch in my inventory.
You can. I will let you move and hand an item to Deckard in addition to casting your guidance, and that would be your turn because you get a movement, a free action.
That's
your
fine.
Your action was guidance. So Blackwin, after he he runs by and just sort of lightly brushes Thoradin's back and casts guidance, and then reaches up Deckard and hands you a torch.
So you get your next ability, Thor. You're gonna do. I want you to bring the hammer down.
Next.
Now the torch isn't lit.
No, I know, but yeah.
Okay.
Spargle.
It's a check, not
Deckard,
like-
you have.
It's
you
not
have
like when he
you
makes
have
an
to, like-
attack.
No.
Oh well, why did I pick guidance then? If you can't use it in combat.
Because there's
It's super. It's
it.
actually a really sweet
Could be really
cantrip
sweet.
for everything else.
For like when we're like checking shit out.
Like when we were trying to bust the door down and we were making ability checks.
Yeah, you could have given.
Remind me to use that, but I can't use it out of turn though, right?
Well, yeah, like if it's just like a thing like that, you can just use it.
Yeah, if we're
I
not
can
in
just,
combat.
If you guys are doing it, and
you
I'm
can
like,
just do
hey,
stuff.
I want to do guidance. God damn it! All right,
How long
remind
does
me
it
that I
last?
have that.
That's a kick-ass spell.
It's up to
A
I
minute,
picked it-
but
I picked
and he
it
has to
help us
concentrate on it.
out. I picked it to help us out.
You can just hit us with that all the time if you want.
I forget about it all the time because I haven't used it yet. I don't know how to use it. All right.
All right,
Well,
so,
I'm still giving you the torch, Deckard. So
Yep.
I don't know.
So you hand him the torch. You notice, Spargo, you see them walk by and hand off this torch. You notice the torch isn't lit. I guess, Deckard, you can light it on your next turn.
Well, I'm holding it. Like when he hands it to me, if I can do anything, I just kind of hold it. I just look at Spargle like holding this dead torch up.
Yeah, can I use a little? I could use some help.
I help you out.
I'm
that
saying,
in a
I'm
moment.
joking. I mean, I got the pyromaniac next to me. I don't, not saying you need to use your turn to light my torch. I'm just role playing.
And I was kind of just picking up on something like that too. Like I would let you, I don't know, if you have something, Spargle, that you can use to kind of light that thing, like whatever you were doing to light the fire on.
I can
his
press God.
Yes,
Press
that word.
digit.
We know it. Nobody could say it. It's fine.
right. I can't even.
Prestidigitation.
But I can ignite it like that.
Yeah, so I'll just for the sake of kind of how everything's playing out here, I would let you kind of do that as it's walking by as a free action.
Okay. So he passes it over, and I glance, and it ignites.
All right, now the zombie with its arm chopped. Okay, so now Deckard, it erupts into flame as so Blackwin hands it to you, and you see Spargle kind of glance over and give it a little, pachoo, and it lights up. And then boom, you now see the whole room as well.
Hotspot.
It's such a cool scene. Like that's something that would happen in a movie.
It's super cool.
So the zombie that Alaric took his arm off now tries to he starts attacking Alaric. So he lunges forward like Resident Evil style and puts his mouth around Alaric's neck and tries to start biting him. I can look at his AC since he's not here. That's a 10 to hit. I'm guessing that's a miss.
Misses. It's 16 for me.
That's a miss. So he's gnawing on your neck, but it's sort of like when River grabs your arm. It just feels kind of awkward, but it's not piercing your skin. And
So it's like so it's a little painful, but I almost like it.
Bite.
Yeah, it like hurts, but it's not damaging. It's grossing you the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Then with its one good arm, it kind of reaches over and slashes across your chest. 14 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, what kind of armor do you have?
I don't have any armor.
Oh, so this stuff, its hand is, it's not super clawed. It's just like a hand. It just kind of smacks into your thick hide and it just bounces off and it's brainlessly continuing to attack. The arm on the floor, which is right at your feet, sorry. Oh, that gets okay. Is a wow. The arm on the floor it's like crawling like the thing from the fucking Addams Family and just kind of comes up and it starts to try to tear into your ankles. An 18 to hit.
That hits.
Fuck yeah. Finally hit one of you fuckers. 6 damage.
What kind of damage?
As it that would be slashing.
So 3 damage.
Very good. So yeah, as it, that little claws are trying to dig into your thing. All right, so then this zombie over here sees all this going on, and it comes running over to you, Alaric, and it does the same thing. It tries to bite you kind of on the back and then slash at you with both of its claws. I'm going to just, for the sake of time, roll all these attacks. The bite was a 21 to hit.
That hits.
So that is 4 piercing damage.
That it hit for 4, or you're saying it hit?
That
for
was
8
what I rolled for. No, I rolled 4, so you can have that. His right hand was a miss. His left hand was a 17 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 3 slashing damage.
So do I go 1 or 2?
Round down, so it's 1.
Okay.
Then the zombie that's kind of right here, he sees all this commotion. He kind of steps up over some of this stuff and comes around to you and does the same thing.
Wow, we're gonna have to rush in there. Holy shit.
His bite, he comes forward and he seems to be like completely disorganized, and his bite comes around and he smacks his head into a board, like a post, like that was holding up a wall. He tries to like bite into you, and he instead smacks his head into the wall, and because of that, he kind of like gets a little disoriented and misses his other 2 attacks.
Okay.
He rolled a natural 1. Spargle, it's your turn. You have seen Thornton bust open this door and Alaric go running in and take an arm off of one zombie and then get swarmed by zombies.
Okay. Question for you. If I'm in this spot, like right here, can I hit them with I'm looking for my 15-foot cone, burning hands? Or would I need to be like here to do that effectively?
I didn't see where you pinged the first time.
I was thinking of
yeah.
Let me go right here, basically.
You can hit all 3 of them in a cone from wherever you want to angle it.
Okay.
Now,
so I'm gonna
Alaric's in that cone too.
So I have spell crafting, so I can actually like curl my flames around Alaric, and so that he does not have to make a saving throw or take damage.
Fucking badass, by the way, in terms of like a class trait.
This is like the climax of it.
Yeah. So if you understood what Ponch was saying, is he comes up and he's doing what is this called? Burning
hands.
So he's just sending out like a cone of just fire, but Alaric, who's standing in the middle of this cone, you look around and it's like the flames are whipping around you like you're in a bubble, like you're in a force field. So go ahead and roll it up.
And
you're doing that that's a level 2. Are you casting that as casting that as level 2 or 1?
What's that?
Are you casting that
as it's a level? I'm doing it as a level. I'm going to do it as just a level 1, 3d6. You have to do a dexterity save, basically, each creature.
Yep. They all get a 3 dex save, and you guys have noticed these things are not very nimble.
No.
So we got a 5, an 8, and a 10.
Yep, those don't.
They all fail?
Yep.
Wow. All right, so roll your 3d6.
Dude, that's so sick.
Not that heavy a damage, though.
Doesn't matter.
What's going to hit each one for that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's awesome.
So what'd you just do? Sorry.
It doesn't even matter, though. It's just that the fact that he protected you.
I love that trait. I think that's so cool. Okay, so these flames just light up all these zombies who aren't even like aware of where it's coming from, and you smell Alaric. You smell just burning flesh and cloth, and you're almost like gagging as these things are just burning around you. The one that only has one arm looks like it's barely standing up at this point. The other two got singed pretty good. All right, Deckard, you've seen all this, and
you're a flaming torch.
You got a torch in one hand. Remember that. You're holding that in one hand. And otherwise, you've seen a bunch of these zombies sort of like swarm your half orc buddy.
All right. I'm gonna approach this zombie here.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop my torch, draw my dagger. I'm gonna swing across his. Try and stab him. I'm gonna try and Walking Dead him. I'm gonna try and stab my dagger right into his skull.
Okay. Just come up and just stick him right in the face. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Okay.
These things are so slow and have no armor. You get the sense that they're just big, squishy, slow balls of flesh.
Okay. So I gotta get my dice roller out.
I love it. Slow balls of flesh.
17 to hit.
That's an easy hit.
Oop. Nope, hang on. Nope, that was not a roll. No, what's going on? Stop. All right, what did I just roll for? 9 damage.
9, and that's what type of damage?
That
would be piercing rather than slashing, right?
Piercing. Yeah.
Piercing. Okay. So, you walk up and you stick your dagger straight in its head, and it starts kind of wriggling its head around in what seems to be its version of pain, and it seems to be pretty hurt by that.
All right, and then I'm gonna swing around with my crossbow in my other hand, and I'm gonna hold it like right next to Alaric's head, and I'm gonna fire it at this one right here, the one that lost its arm.
Yep, and that one also got roached pretty good, so go ahead and roll. I guess that's also piercing, right? A bolt?
Yeah.
Okay.
13 to hit.
Is it hit?
Oh, wow. 6 plus, what is it?
That +9 is so sick.
I know. And another 10 damage to that one.
Wow. All right, so you kind of roll over, and right behind Alaric's back, you kind of pop off that crossbow bolt, and that one drops to the ground dead. Let me mark that thing. How do I do this? There we go. Dead. And it crumbles to the ground. You also, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you also notice that the hand that Alaric had chopped off and that was like clawing at his foot also just sort of like stops moving and just kind of rolls to its side, like an insect when it just like curls up and dies and just balls up and goes sort of still.
When that undead thing dies, Deckard left his dagger in the one zombie's skull. He takes his hand. You see Deckard take his hand and do this. And suddenly, that undead thing that he just killed raises back up. And it attacks this zombie right here.
Wait, I'm sorry, I didn't see which one you pinged.
What's that?
I didn't see which one you pinged, sorry. Okay, got it. Cool.
What the fuck?
So you like reanimated the dead hand suddenly?
Yes. Like,
Yeah. So you see exactly what he just described. So wait, say it again, Will. So the one that you just killed.
yep. It falls to the ground. After it just crumbles, I do this. It raises back up. And I don't know, we'll do one of his arm attacks to the
other one.
To the left.
Okay.
What the hell happened to you last night?
So as soon as so you guys see Deckard kind of unleash on this zombie that was behind him, and it crumples to the ground. The arm stops moving, but then Deckard's sort of just looking at it, and it stands back up and slashes at its buddy. Sorry, I just punched my mic.
It was good effect.
So
I'm like, I hear my mom calling. I have to go.
That is
sorry. I need to
badass.
check one thing. Got it. Okay.
We should be afraid though, right?
Yes.
I'm scared. I'm a little scared.
Yes.
Okay. And so, yep. So that zombie stands up and claws at the other one and like rips a big chunk of its rib cage out. A bunch of cloth and everything goes flying around. That zombie that got attacked kind of like looks over and like and just looks back and is like all kind of a little discombobulated because of that. And then at that, that zombie then collapses again to the ground. All right. Thornton. You busted into the room and caused all this chaos. So what's your game plan?
So I run up a little bit. And I see that Alaric is in trouble. He's surrounded. So I'm gonna cast Bless on him. Actually, I can cast it on multiple people. You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw, the target can roll an D4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. So I will cast that on Alaric, Deckard.
You can cast it on yourself.
Yeah, and myself.
All right.
Yeah.
So you 3 now can add a D4 every time you roll an attack roll, as long as he concentrates on this, which will probably be for the duration of the fight.
It only lasts up to a minute, but I guess that would probably be
It's like
each round a 10 rounds. That's quite a long time. Okay. This last zombie that's kind of standing over here. Oh wow. He can't get to you guys. So he comes running up. He's tearing after Thornton like a typical like Hollywood zombie. And he's just coming after the little dwarf who seems to be throwing magic around. And he's stumbling towards you, but they're really slow and their gait isn't right. They're like, they can't walk quite right. They're very sluggish. So Alaric, it's your turn. You've seen all this. You're now standing in the middle of them. You're a little bit, what the fuck just happened when that one zombie died and stood back up and then attacked his friend?
Okay. Well, I'm just to the one to the left of Alaric. He's just gonna, in a single motion, just keep swinging at these things, trying to chop them to pieces.
Okay.
Oops.
Wait, so the one to the left of you?
To the left of me, yeah.
This one?
Yep.
This guy? Okay. That was the one that got the extra swing at him by his buddy, so he looks a little more fucked up.
Okay. I'm going to Use reckless attacks.
That's
25 and 15.
Good hit. Good hit. Both.
And you get a
hits.
+4.
Yeah, plus your D4. If you want to add that, but it's a hit either way.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do. All right, let me just do this first. Before I do something else. Oh, wait. Oh! I could have used that on the hit roll. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Also, remind me when you use reckless attack, if you don't mind, that they get advantage on you until your next turn.
Yep. So 17.
Damn.
You cut him in half, and he dies. He falls to the ground and lays there in 2 very still pieces of zombie body.
Okay, so because I killed him, I don't have to use Frenzy to make another attack because of my great weapon master. So I'm going to flip around and make another attack against the other one.
You hit hard, dude.
And how much HP do you have? 40?
55.
It's not even his HP. It's the fact that everything does half damage on him.
So don't forget, you can also take a -5 penalty.
I know.
Which with bless,
I forgot I did that.
Well, you can. I'll let you do it now if you want.
What is that, Dan?
The
Oh, is it for like more damage? But
it's
he'll accuracy? He can add 10 damage to take 5 less hit. But with bless, giving him a potential +4, and these have low AC, I think that would be a good move. But
yeah.
But now, okay, so in this case though, because I'm getting an extra attack on this, can I use reckless attacks on my great weapon master attack as a bonus action? I don't know if I've done this yet.
No,
okay.
I don't think so. I think this is just like an attack of opportunity. It's like almost like an attack of opportunity where you just get one standard attack as your bonus action.
It's just really stupid that I have to go through all these tabs. There's not just everything on one page for me. Yeah, reckless attacks just on my first attack. That's right. Okay. Yeah, I cannot do that on this one. So I'm just making a swing here. And I am going to do, because I have that blessed from Matt, I am going to use my great weapon master feat. Nice. So I'm going to take the -5 to the attack roll, but then I get +10 damage if I hit. Right. So 1d20.
But you get +4 from Thor.
+6 +4. But wait, hold on. But I'm getting the -5. So I actually just get +5 overall. And I get one swing.
No, it's a +1d4. It's not +4. You have to.
No. I know. I'm adding my hit. I was doing all the math. You know what I mean? So I get +6, and then +4. Wait, right? +6 +4, so +10 -5. So I'm getting +5. Got it. Sorry.
17.
Right. I'm thoroughly confused. 12 hits. Let's go with it.
Okay.
You slice them and dice them.
So they have 8 AC. So it's very unlikely that you were going to miss them. So I'll just whatever your math was. Let's say you hit him. Roll your damage.
Okay.
Yeah, you hit him.
So I get.
I love how I'm just still like at the entrance. I pass the torch off to Deckard. I'm like, hey,
19.
You guys having fun with the zombies?
That 19 damage or that's
no
15 damage. 15.
19 damage.
Plus, you roll a 3 and a 2, but
if I hit, I get 10 damage base.
That's awesome.
Because I get -5 to hit, but I also had +4 to hit from Matt.
Well, not.
Oh,
so you did.
I'm sorry.
It's a D4.
I had to roll a D4. I'm sorry. So
it didn't matter. Even if you rolled a 1,
even if I rolled a 1, it still would have hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Sorry.
That's what I was trying to say before.
So many
that's
dice.
Fine. So you've done this before. You've done this to goblins. You cut the one zombie in half at the waist, torso and body, torso and legs kind of just crumple to the ground, and then almost without pausing between that, you turn to the one on the other side of you and rip right through him and take his upper body off as well, and they both drop to the ground dead.
There's just one nerd left, huh?
That's right.
And that's it for me.
This is an admiral. That's.
So I did all the damage.
Do all the damage.
It's nice that we have a freaking raid boss in our party.
So, Blackwin, it's your turn.
Okay,
There's
so
one zombie left, and he doesn't seem to even be paying attention to the fact that all his buddies just got carved in half. He's just coming at Thornton. He's just like got his like weird kind of glowing eyes.
Yeah, he's just locked in, ready to go.
Yep.
You
All right,
guys
so
know,
I was gonna cast like a spell and wait. What were we gonna say, Will?
Well,
just real quick. Remember the Battle for Undercity in WoW?
Yeah.
And you run around with like Varian, and he kills everything, and you act like you're helping him.
Yeah.
That's like playing with Adam.
Yeah,
on his
that's
barbarian.
right.
It's just like playing with me in Warcraft too.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
so
true.
I was gonna
I remember that.
try and throw out my biggest spell because I haven't cast a spell this session.
Go for it, man.
Yeah, come on,
I
show
don't-
us what you got. Come on.
No.
No.
Show
lay that
me
guy
what you
out.
got.
no one's hit that guy yet, right?
No.
Yeah, he's
No, he's just ran up.
I wanna speak with animals.
Oh
Honestly,
my
it's gonna work.
god, here we
Okay.
go.
Kick his
Would you
ass.
you want me to just dissonate? Wait, you want me to just like cast the spell, really? And then
No,
it's over?
I want you to do what you
we're
want.
almost we're almost at the end of our session. What do you got? I mean, come on. Assume I'm communicating telepathically. I mean, you guys clearly can take care of that guy. Let me just I'm just gonna
Have
cast
some
it.
fun. Go ahead.
All right, you're casting Speak with Animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is that? Just a 1d20?
You don't have to do anything. You just, I mean, since this is a nonsensical situation anyhow, it's just your turn's over. So let's go back to.
Wait.
So you cast Speak with Animals, and if any animals were to happen to be in the vicinity, you'll.
I just wanted to see if it would work. Wait.
So your turn is over.
So that experiment is over.
Do these look like animals?
Because
They're zombies, dude.
they're animalistic. I don't know. I thought that there
Quit
might
being
be like
a liberal.
metaphor involved.
They're zombies.
So you guys all see Blackwin in the doorway. He walked by Thorin and brushed him and said, "You now have guidance on ability checks that you're not going to do for this combat."
Let me take that.
Deckard, here's a torch, an unlit torch, which Spargle then had to light for you. And now Blackwin's standing in the doorway trying to commune with animals. All right, it's Spargle's turn.
So,
I'm gonna kill myself.
That shit's actually priceless.
Thank God, fucking guys here.
Oh, thank God.
Think Bag wiggles his way out of my
Oh my
knapsack,
Stink bag making a
and
cameo.
He looks at Blackwin, and only you hear this, and he says, "Nice move, buddy."
Oh my god!
See, you get to talk to
See?
Stink bag.
You
It
got
wasn't
something out of it.
And as he's running away, I just say, "Be my friend."
What do you want?
Just feed me.
Can we hang out sometime?
I'll get you food.
Okay, I'm going to conjure a ball of fire, chromatic orb, Dan.
Okay.
I'm going to launch it at that dude.
Okay. I like it.
that I think
That's a second level?
I will do that as a second level.
Okay. And that's a +7 to hit.
Yes.
So you literally automatically hit, but go ahead and roll it anyhow. You roll a natural 1. That's the only way you can miss right now.
Got it. All right. Don't roll a natural 1.
There you go. You hit.
And then let me just see what the damage I'm at.
That's a lot of dice.
48. All right.
Holy shit.
18.
So it's dead.
So 18.
So yeah, it sort of erupts into flames and it is burning and flesh and things are falling all off of it. But it's still kind of moving a little bit. It's still like upright and just kind of like just burning as it continues to move towards Thoradin. Anything else, Sparkle?
No.
All right, so Deckard, you see this now very engulfed in flames zombie who's marching towards your group, standing right there.
All right, so I approach him. On the way, I grab my dagger out of this guy's head.
Mm-hmm.
And in one motion, as I take it out, I swing it up and slash it across his face.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Yeah,
that's a hit.
Thank God.
Believe it or not.
I like fighting armor class 8.
Yeah, it's fun.
So 8 damage.
8 damage. So you run up, you pull this dagger out of the one dead zombie, and you just kind of slash. You don't even. You're trying to slash towards his head, but it's just all on fire. It's hard to tell what's going on. But your dagger takes his head off, and you guys see this like fireball head, flaming bowling ball looking thing just go rolling into the other room and sort of extinguish itself as the rest of the body falls to the ground, smoldering, and they're all dead.
I continue my motion over here, and as that head's rolling, I punt it to the back of the room back here.
Oh God.
So you guys see that too, and there's just this head kind of smacks off the back wall, leaves a little burst of sparks, like a little ash and sparks as it sort of lands to the ground. And now this building's quiet.
Well, somebody better search and find something.
I was going to say, there may be not too promising here from the looks of the place, but you never know. We could search around.
Where's Ismark?
Ismark he never rushed into the building. So he's been kind of just like watching you guys, kind of standing kind of back a little bit.
He has to be exasperated by now.
Yeah, he thinks you guys are nuts.
Oh my God, that's such a great idea.
Has anybody seen Bosco?
Somebody enlists a band of heroes and they're just constantly distracted. Like, I hired you to help my sister.
And they're always ADD, not focused on the thing. Yeah, so you guys look around and you don't find a whole lot. You find combing through the bodies and the rooms and everything, just looking for anything of value. The zombies themselves have nothing, just tattered rags. But you manage to find kind of buried under some things and here and there 300 copper pieces.
Ooh.
Oh.
So somebody can take that or divvy that up however you see fit.
2 arrows.
All right.
Who wants that? And I'm only asking. I don't really care who gets it. I just want to make sure we record it. So whoever wants to take it.
I think you should take it because you're clearly of the flu or something. I think you're a werewolf.
I'm also cool with maybe after this session we could talk about doing a party inventory spreadsheet. Absolutely. Where when you guys loot stuff, I'll just throw it on the spreadsheet. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll create a Google sheet that's your party's stuff, and I'll just throw stuff on there.
Can you just invite us all? Is that how that'll work?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. I can throw it on Slack.
That's a great idea. That's 90% of the reason that I built Alaric around not caring about items and money, because I think it's such a waste of time.
Yeah. Now, when there's items, especially like magical items or important items, we'll assign them out.
Right. That's a little different.
So after you guys kind of comb through this building, assuming that you don't want to do anything else in this house, Ismark says he's out there and he's just sort of like looking at you guys and he's like, clapping. He's like, "Great job taking care of those zombies." There's probably every other house in this city has those, so we probably don't want to go just busting in everywhere. But I mean, if you want, we can take care of that. But
what did I say?
My sister's, our house is right next door.
I could go with him.
I said we should have left.
You didn't make it go any faster, that's for damn sure.
We killed a whole bunch of undead right next door to you, right?
Oh, let me talk to animals instead of killing them and getting it done with.
Guys, I want to leave, but can I stay and talk to the zombies?
Yeah,
no,
please.
Because you know what? Like, all right.
Yeah.
You know what?
I get it.
All right.
You want to fuck right in the house? I can fuck right in the house.
So Ismark now seeing the front door of his house. God damn it! I wish I would have.
Is there an upstairs?
Of this place? No, this place barely is held together. Jesus. I'm going to.
Lol.
I'll get this going in Roll20. I couldn't figure it out, but this is what you see in terms of the house that you're approaching.
Yeah. So good. The Addams Family house. That's good.
Why is it still loading?
So as you approach, and Ismark now is sort of picking up his pace a little bit as he's getting sort of excited that he brought you this far. You see a weary-looking mansion that squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the ground and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet, against the walls, the growth has been tramped down to create a path all about the domain. Heavy claw markings have stripped the once beautiful finish off the walls. Great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omen.
Good.
And then you see what I linked in Discord. Did you guys all see that? That is a sort of picture of kind of what the house looks like. And it is if you imagine this in a not all beat to fuck kind of town, it looks like a really nice, it looks like it's probably the nicest house in the city.
And this is where Bismarck's sister is?
This is his home where he lived with his father, who was the burgomaster. And as you guys probably don't remember, or maybe do, the burgomaster died. And his sister is still here. And so Ismark goes running up to the door, and he says, and he's running, as he's running up the steps, he's saying, Irina. He goes, I found help, and he's banging on the door. As he says that, the door creaks open, and you see it cracks open for a second, and you can't see anything, and then the door swings wide open, and you see what to most of you. I'm trying to think. I think I found some of this. All right, I made some of this. To most of you is the most beautiful human female early 20s woman you have ever seen. She's got Aaron, welcome to the stream.
Make sure somebody clips that and sends it to her.
Yeah. She's got darker sort of auburn hair, beautiful silk hair. She's got a very Kate Beckinsale sort of look to her, very chiseled, a beautiful nose. Her eyes she almost looks like she's made up with makeup, even though she looks tired and a little fatigued. Just, you've never seen someone with just such natural beauty.
Can I talk to the group?
You can.
I would like to let everyone know that she's going to be my girlfriend. So if you'd like to fight to the death.
Alaric's gonna put his arm on Blackwind's shoulder, and he's gonna say, "Maybe you should sow your fangs." That seems to work well for you.
Oh, Jesus!
Oh wow!
Deckard says, "I'll show her something."
Did you guys see what I showed you? Did you see what I shared with you?
Wait. Oh,
in Slack. Or...
Oh my God.
Where? Oh.
Yeah.
Did you get it on Roll20?
So I'm sorry. Again, Irina. Oh, so we know this is his sister. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. No. So no, I will actually. I think we should fight.
Do you want to try speaking with animals?
Who's fighting?
She's an animal. She's technically an animal.
Listen,
I'm going to show you. I'm not going to show you the other picture because I like this.
I'm not going to fight Alaric.
I wouldn't mind.
Why would you fight me?
The other picture is not as good as how I envision it.
Dude, she's sexy.
So I'm just going to leave this one. So she is standing there. She's in a nightgown. She sees Ismark and she hugs him, and she says, "Will they help us take proper care of Father?"
Oh no.
And Ismark says, Irina, we have to go. We don't have time for that. And she says, well, do you trust your friends? Do you know that they're not allied with him? And he says, he looks at Blackwind, and he looks at Blackwind's mouth to see like the state of his teeth and fangs.
I have
no fangs. And then he kind of like looks back and he looks at the rest of them and he goes, I'm fairly certain they're not allied with Strahd. I think they're the ones who can help. And she says, well then, come on in. And we're going to call the session there. You guys have now made it to the Burgomeister's mansion and have met Ismark's sister, Irina. And we will,
hottie.
And she is super hot. And we can pick up.
I had to say Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, you've ruined everything for me.
That's in my head. I don't want you guys to do this because it'll be like a huge spoiler thing. But if you Google this woman's name, most people who run campaigns, and I came up with this before I did this, they use Kate Beckinsale as a model for this character.
Crocus
and
already
there's
Googled
even
it.
no, and there are pictures of where they take Kate Beckinsale and mod her into being this character.
No,
like put the armor and stuff. But the funny thing is, I read the description, and as I was reading, I was like, "Oh my God, this is Kate Beckinsale," and not because of any sort of her being in vampire movies. It's just the way this character looks. It's that she's just that smoking hot, but sort of chiseled.
I want it to be clear that I'm going to court her, and if anyone wants to fight me over that, like, I'm ready. I have all my spells. Except for Adam. Except for Alaric. With his 55 hit points, which I could just never... You just cut me in half. And probably... Actually, no one. Actually, you know what? I take it back.
I'll take the leftovers. You guys.
Deckard walks up to her and says,
No, we're done. Don't
hello, so my friend here, Blackwind, if he weren't gay, but since that's the case, I'm Deckard.
You know what though? Because of that, she's gonna let me sleep in her bed tonight. I'm gonna be like, tell me, so what's been going on in Barovia? Oh my God, these guys are so fucking gay. We'll just sleep in the same bed.
I've tried that play before, Crocus. Here's the problem. And then she's just gonna try and set you up with all her gay friends.
Yeah, but there's not a zombie.
Oh, I'm sure that. All right, I'm gonna end the stream. This is getting off the rails. So thank you guys, everybody, for watching.
Yeah, real quick,
don't mess.
Real quick though, before we end, so let me just wrap. You're now at the Burgomeister's mansion. I'm gonna say if we do any fireside chat, it's sort of on the front porch, okay? Because I don't want to get into you guys going into the house yet.
Yeah.
Can I start? Out there? Can I start fireside chat here?
Yeah.
So it's just because I saw it in the picture. Alaric's really interested in whatever that sign says on the left door, on the left gate, the one that's swinging lazily.
I saw that too.
I don't know if that's relevant or not, and I'm just making your life worse. But if that is a thing that you can reference, he's very curious what it says, or maybe it's in another language that like I can't read or something.
I tried to zoom in.
So if you want to, Dan, to reply, like you could say this is what it says, or Alaric reads it and he's an idiot and he can't read it. That's fine.
Okay.
That's just what Alaric's doing.
I dig it.
And can you put the ppicture of Kate Beckinsale in Fireside? Just
in my brain forever.
I will do that too.
She look.
I think we've already established though that the double date is going to be Deckard with Irina and Blackwood gets Mad Mary. Is that what you guys
think that's how it works?
You know what? It's fine. I hate spiders. It's fine.
Here's Mad Mary again.
Yep, that's definitely that's all
I talk
you.
to wolves. It's fine. Wait till I get more power. Just wait.
That looks like she could be your aunt, Crocus.
Hmm.
I mean Black. I don't know. I don't mean in real life.
Okay.
Man, what frustrates me is we didn't get to this chick sooner. We were all pussyfooting around the tavern.
Yeah. What I say?
Hanging out with Baloney Donovich's vampire kid for a fucking whole session. And then chasing around a stinky little gypsy thief for a whole other session. You guys could have been already like 2 sessions in, like trying to bag this chick. Hey, so one other thing.
I'm willing to die. I'm willing to sacrifice Blackwood for a fight because I got someone on deck. It's fine.
All right. Also, you guys all level.
Ooh.
Oh,
yay!
That's the thing we can do between now and the next session. You guys are now level 5.
Yay!
Nice. Yep.
That's fun.
Actually, the
what?
more
I'm
that I
do
think
this
about
tomorrow at work.
the fact that Irina could look this good and she's in this town, like, there's some dark magic about it.
Okay, so that was, I mean, that was supposed to be part of the explanation is that you haven't seen anybody in Barovia that's even in her league.
Yeah, she's
you know
one
what I mean?
of Strahd's
Like she's hot by like Sword Coast standards, let alone Barovian stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Deckard, maybe you should.
She's an anomaly.
Give her a kiss. No, it's fine.
All right, cool.
I am the only human.
I am going to end the stream then.
Oh, I wish that you had like 5 minutes earlier.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Do we get a rest?
Thanks, everybody, for watching.